Joining us now live in studio. Always a pleasure to have him. Mark Livingstone, head honcho of Cornerstone First Financial. How you doing, Mark?
Good morning to you, John. Looking good?
Well, it's an everyday occurrence.
There you go. Doing very well, thanks.
Thank you. Now, I'm surprised you cleaned up well.
Thank you.
Because we understand you just got back from your 24-hour ordeal as a volunteer fireman. Now, tell us about how that whole thing works.
Well, I have to correct you. It's actually 12 hours.
12 hours.
So what happens is in Montgomery County, the station where I volunteer, during the day it's all career personnel, and then in the evening the career personnel leave and it's taken over by volunteers. So as an EMT firefighter, when I go on duty, I'm on duty from 5 p.m. till 7 a.m. this morning, and I'm the Thursday night sergeant. So we'll do line up and have dinner together and assign positions, riding apparatus each night and everything. And so Thursday nights, I'm the duty night sergeant, and so I just got off duty about 40 minutes ago.
Wow! So you got into your jacket, professional garb.
That's right.
And
I take off the turnout gear and put on the blue blazer just so I could be here.
That's we appreciate that. But I tell you what, that you talk about giving back to the community.
Well, it's also a passion.
That's a pretty big commitment, Mark.
Well, yes, thank you, but it's something I very much enjoy. I've been getting excited by fire engines since I was way high, and seeing the fire engines fly down the road, it's something that I'm just passionate about. Bought my first police scanner when I was about 11 years old.
No kidding.
And as soon as I turned 16, I was at the fire department signing up to start riding on the ambulance.
That's amazing, and what people don't realize too is. You're in the line of fire. There's a lot of danger that goes with volunteering, like you do if you're fighting a big fire, right? There's no one says, well, don't go in there. You're just a volunteer.
That is true. However, with our training, which is state of the art, you're never really worried because you have everything that you need, the knowledge as well as the equipment to fight the fires or do whatever it takes to help the community.
All right. Well, glad to have you with us. And, the timing is so good because right now there's so many things happening in the refinance and the mortgage market. Some instability of rates, people saying rates are going to start to go up. Now is the time to act. Weigh in on that.
Well, what's happening right now, John, and since I was last here about 6 weeks ago, we've seen a tremendous increase in the interest rates. Just in the last 3 weeks, rates have gone, say, from 3.5%, which is right where we were when I was here 6 weeks ago, and we're up above 4 1/8 right now on a 30-year fixed rate loan. Now, what's happening is that as the economy heats up, the rates start to go up as well. Now, a huge catalyst is going to be this morning in just over an hour when we have the NFP, or non-farm payrolls.
Right.
The non-farm payrolls are going to be an indicator of really how the economy's doing. The Fed's going to look at the non-farm payroll numbers, and that's going to trigger whether or not they're going to continue buying these mortgage-backed securities. Now, the mortgage-backed security purchases, otherwise known as quantitative easing,
right,
is really what's artificially keeping these rates as low as they have been. So in about an hour, I'll be driving back to the office, and I'll be listening here to you. We're going to hear those numbers. They're predicted to be around 165,000.
That's what we heard today, that the economy is going to be adding 165,000 jobs. But there's two ways to look at it. One analysis is unemployment still stays at 7.5%, reported unemployment.
Right. Reported.
So some people are going to be saying, that's a little bit of a downer. And then others come up. In fact, if I may, we've got a clip. I think Matthew, get ready for us in a second by Jill Schlesinger on this unemployment. You have it? Or maybe. Okay.
So based on these numbers, John, what's going to happen is it's going to tell us what's going to happen with interest rates. Like I said, we're seeing for the first time in over a year that the rates are at 4% or a little bit higher. So all those people that were on the fence deciding whether or not they should purchase homes, whether or not they should refinance, really the tree is being rattled And those people are really getting off the fence and need to act now. Which brings me around to the second thing I want to talk about, which is the VA IRRRLs, because there are
VA IRRRLs.
Yes, the VA loan, the interest rate reduction refinance loan. For those that have the VA loans already that want to refinance, there's so many people out there. 27% of all mortgages in the country have little to no equity. And this is a program that allows those veterans who have served our country the ability to refinance and take advantage of these rates, whether their home is upside down or underwater or not. So therefore, it's an excellent opportunity for them or anyone else thinking about refinancing, because these rates are going up, and they're saying they may not come back down to the levels that we have seen, these historic levels, of the 3% and 3% on the 30-year fixed. So now is the time to act. Absolutely.
So, Mark, really right now is when you want to get involved, especially if you've got a VA loan because of the IRRRL. But under any circumstance, if you're going to refinance, the clock is ticking, because these rates are going to continue to go up. So you want to get those locked in right now. Hey, if you got a question on the IRRRLs, or you're thinking about refinancing and you want to get some expert advice right here live from Mark Livingstone, give us a holler, 888-480-JOHN, 888-480-5646, and we'll get you right on and get your question answered. What do you think the time frame is?
For what?
Rates starting to go up.
Oh, they've already started to go up. You said the clock is ticking. I think
Right.
the alarm has already gone off. And so what's going to happen is, as the economy's heating up, it's going to open another pool for those people that didn't have the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, or the VA loans that couldn't refinance. We're going to start to see heavy appreciation. Right now, nationwide, it's 8%. We're seeing an 8% appreciation of homes, which is good. And actually, locally in the D.C. metro area, it's up around 11%. So what that means, John, is that those people that didn't have any equity and didn't qualify for these HARP programs or VA IRRRLs program, now their equity is growing. And so, therefore, they will be able to refinance and take advantage of these rates. So while it's kind of a bad thing that rates are going up because people can't refinance and buy homes with these really low rates, we are also seeing appreciation because the economy is getting better.
Right.
So those that didn't qualify now will, because they'll have more equity in their home. And let's be real. You buy a home assuming it's going to appreciate because it's the biggest and hopefully best investment you'll ever make in your life.
Now, Mark, right now at your office, you've got loan officers standing by,
Absolutely.
right? That would answer any questions that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I love about your company is there's no obligation. You can just pick up the phone call, get some questions asked. If somebody wanted to do that right now, what do they do? Who do they call?
They just give one of the loan officers a call, or myself. I'll be there in about an hour. And the toll-free number is 866-625-1221. Or you can go online, and the website is cornerstonefirst.com.
And that phone number again?
Well, locally it's 202-625-1221. But I know that there's some listeners that are a little bit further out, and that toll-free number is 866-625-1221.
866-625-1221. That's the number you want to call, 866.
625-1221, and the
go.
website is cornerstonefirst.com, and that's for anything from reverse mortgages for seniors, government loans like the VA IRRRLs, FHA, or just a regular pre-qualification in order to get pre-qualified to purchase a home, just seeing what you qualify for.
Now, one of the things that we were talking about offline today is that you're able to now negotiate closing costs into refinance. I mean, that's one of the things that people are always concerned about, that they have to, fork up a big closing cost. How does that work?
Well, what it is that we can do what's called upselling the rate. So if you're going to come in and we're going to give you 4%, but you're going to spend $3,000 in closing costs, we can charge you a higher interest rate, and then that offsets the closing costs, because then the bank is paying us the money to offset whatever your closing costs are.
I got it.
Hey, Mark, we got Ray from Virginia Beach on the phone for you.
Hey, Ray, how you doing this morning?
How are you, Mark?
I'm excellent, sir. How are you down there in Virginia Beach?
Wet.
Yes, well, we are up here as well, my friend.
I've got a question. I've got a FHA loan,
Okay.
and I would have to say that I owe what it is currently appraised for. How long do I have to wait before I can refinance again?
Actually, that's great. You have an FHA loan, so you qualify for an FHA Streamline. But the big question, Ray, is when did you originate this loan?
Original this loan right before the crash in 05, 06.
Excellent. Okay, because what's happened, Ray, is that FHA has imposed such higher mortgage insurance per month that usually offsets any savings you would have from getting a lower rate unless your loan was originated before April of 2009. So if you have an FHA loan that was originated after April of 2009, the mortgage insurance premium goes up, and that usually takes away the savings. You, my friend, since you originated it before April of 2009, qualify for an FHA Streamline where we don't need an appraisal, so it doesn't matter if you're upside down or not, and you can get a much lower rate. What rate are you at right now, Ray?
I had a 30-year fixed at 6.5%.
Excellent. Do me a favor. Call me at the office later today. Our FHA Streamline rate is predicated by your credit score. However, we're talking mid-threes, Ray. So give the office a call at 866-625-1221. And like I said, I'll be there in about an hour, hour and a half. Okay, my friend?
Thank you very much, Mark. Will do.
Thank you, Ray. God bless you.
Thanks, Ray. Okay, you're on the John Fredericks Show with the Mark Livingstone, and he is the chief operating officer, CEO, the head honcho of Cornerstone First Financial. We got to go to a quick break and a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back with more questions for Mark Livingstone. Stay with us.